Okay, we're going to talk about setting up your machine and the things that you're going to need. The first thing is your converter. If you're in the US and we're operating off of 110, our machine is coming from Europe on 220. So we have to have a converter that is going to bring your machine into the 110 voltage. So on the back of your machine, there is a little area that shows 220 and 110. And what you're going to do is push this button over to where it's on 110. And this is the plug that comes with your machine. And you just plug it in. And of course, you're going to plug the other into your socket. If you come around, this is what came with your machine, and you know that's a European plug. So this is going to need to go down here where it says your output. And it can only fit on one of these three areas right here. That's going to plug in, and then this part of the cord is actually going to go into the back of your machine. So let's just turn the machine around. And on the back of your machine, you're going to insert, and your machine may have, some of them, you're not going to have this at all. Some of them are going to have 110 or slide it to the 220. This machine really operates best in the US on 220. That's why you need the converter. So if yours has that, then just slide it over to 220. If it doesn't, it's already on a 220. That's what mine is. All right, we're going to turn it back around. And at this point, we are all plugged in. And so we can flip this on. And you can see your output, and it's close to 220. And then what we're converting it to is so we can use it on a 120, and 125 is very close. All right, when you want to cut your machine on, your machine has a power switch right back here. And when you click that on, your screen is going to show up. And of course you see Fusion Plasma. And then you've got your screen with all of your tips. So you can actually operate it from there. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the tank. This is a 40 cubic tank of argon gas. This is not the argon that your welders are using. They use an industrial strength. Yours is a 99.9 pure argon. So it's a little bit finer argon. So that's what you need to ask for. And then you are going to get your converter, it's not converter, but your gas regulator. And you can get those at Amazon. There'll be a link that you can look at to order, and they're very reasonably priced. As you insert your little piece, you want to first start it by hand and ease it in. And just kind of get it going. You don't want to strip it. Pause. I've got it. Okay, you want to do it a little bit by hand, and again, never forcing it. Go gently with it until you get it where you can't go any further with your hand. And then you're gonna tighten it more. And you don't want to get it too tight because then it'll strip it. All right, next, you're going to take your tubing, and my machine is set for the metric, and I just push it right in. If when you want to take it out, you push the little black tab in and it'll come out. But when you're putting it in, you push it in and then you pull it to make sure it's secure. Then you're gonna take it and you're gonna put it in the back of your machine. And again, you pull it out, make sure it's secure. Now, if you wanna remove it, you push it in, pull it out. It's very simple. Okay. Now, the next piece that we're going to attach is the hand picks. And that's going to go on the front of your machine. You're going to put your probe in here. You're going to put your gas line right there. Pull it up, and your hand piece will fit securely there. The next piece you're going to attach is your pedal. And in attaching your pedal, it's going to go right here. And then you're good to go. An important thing, as you're working with your device and you're reading your tank, when you turn your tank on, you're going to tighten it by turning it to the right. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. And so if you're going to turn it on, you're going to turn it on right here. And this is going to indicate how much argon gas you've got. My tank normally when it's full will be up to 1,200. But now as you can see, it's down to 4,000. And then when it's way down here, it's time to get more gas. Then on the inside right here are the markings, and it's supposed to be somewhere between 8 and 10. So I've made a mark, and we're looking at the inner ring right here for the correct pressure. And once you get that established, and that can be altered by moving this little handle right here. And once that's established and you click, say on the hyper tip, you push the pedal and then you can regulate it with this piece right here and get it right to the area it's supposed to be. And there you go.